Alright guys, so since we last spoke, Apple nears a $4 trillion valuation as shares soar on robust. President Donald Trump cancelled his planned summit with Putin. Gold prices are falling after hitting a record rally. So with this and so many more, we are going to be discussing today. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm doing my job, alright? So do your job, subscribe, do your job. I'm doing my job, alright? Alright, so let's stop yapping and get it back. Guys, it's my first long form video. So, history has just been made. Apple nears $4 trillion valuation as shares soar on robust. Guys, Apple is making a history again because the tech giant is now on the verge of hitting $4 trillion valuation, making it the second most valuable company in the world. Now, according to recent data, Apple's new iPhone 17 has outperformed its expectations, outselling the iPhone 16 by 14%, both in the United States and also China. Now, listen to this. This is the surprising part. The iPhone Air, right? The iPhone Air has become a huge hit by beating the iPhone 16 Plus in sales. The base model of iPhone 17 alone saw a massive 33% of increase in sales, while the Pro Max version continued to dominate demands in the US market. Analysts are calling it no-brainer to buy the iPhone 17, and the number proves it. Now, on Monday, according to recent data, Apple's stock jumped over 4%, reaching a record of $262.9 per share, pushing the company value to nearly $3.9 trillion. And the most shocking or surprising part is that a few months ago, Apple was struggling, falling sales, and tough competition. Do you understand? And what many people called one of the hardest years in decades. But now Apple shares are now up to 36% this year, and trading 11% higher than they were just a year ago. For me, I think it's safe to say that Apple's comeback is officially here. What do you guys think? Or is just a temporary rise up? President Donald Trump cancelled his planned summit with Putin. Now, this came right after he publicly announced that the two leaders will be meeting in Hungary to discuss a potential peace deal for Ukraine. Just days after the announcement, President Trump met with the Ukraine president at the White House, where he reportedly suggested that the Ukraine president should make a land concession in exchange of the ceasefire. The news of this upcoming Trump and Putin summit made headlines everywhere. People were calling it a possible turning point for the Ukraine conflict. But now, the meeting is officially on hold. Trump said he do not want what is called a wasted meeting with the Ukraine president. So the big question is, what went wrong in just a few days? Why did President Trump suddenly put the meeting on hold after being hopeful about the deal? Could it be that both sides has different ideas about what peace actually means? Gold prices are falling after hitting a record rally. Weeks after weeks, prices of gold kept climbing, hitting record highs. It almost seems that prices of gold was unstoppable. But in just 24 hours, everything changed. The momentum has suddenly slowed and prices have plunged hard. Gold has suffered its biggest single-day fall in more than 12 years, dropping by over 50% in just a few days ago. And this gold was trading at $4,300 per ounce in the global market. Now, it has fallen below $4,100 per ounce. And remember, 1 ounce is about 30 grams of gold. That means in countries like India, the shock is clearly visible. Because before this drop, 10 grams of gold are being sold for 132,294 rupees, which is the Indian currency, the rupees, yeah. But for now, the prices has fallen for about 128,000 rupees. That's massive drop for the same 10 grams in India. And it is not just gold, silvers are tumbling too. Because after surging nearly 80% earlier this year, silver prices have now slumped more than 50%. So the big question is, what is behind this crash?